a.m. this morning. We are having a conversation about your actions. Why are you so angry? Well, maybe not everybody, but maybe you listening to us. Why are you so quick to criticize? Why are you so quick to give out that bad review or slam that particular celebrity or particular person that you just heard a story about? What exactly is the cause of this behavior? Well, psychologists say it's likely because over the years, people have gotten so used to the benefits of likes. And when they are not getting the likes, their egos are also affected. So in a bid to get the likes, they're slamming down and being rude. In fact, they've become bullies. Some of you are bullies both in the physical and the spiritual and now clear line. So how then can we promote good line behavior? More importantly for some, are you mindful of where you are? Let's find out.
The views on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo and Nigeriainfo.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Mr. Zion, good morning to you, Jude. Yes. That audience you want to capture the discourse, I'm here to get them all because those who don't listen, they just act before because they are not informed. Do you know that it takes purpose to be defined? Do you know that amidst time like this, that is supposed to be having a cohesion of mind, there's a divergent views because of poverty and illiteracy, and that's what gave birth to choleric in nature. No, what you portray online has been at home.
You think people are rude? I dare anybody to be very rude to me when I'm on the streets.
Jude, what you see them do online, that is who they are at home. They don't live far from themselves. That is why some HR in some organizations have taken it further. Upon submitting your resume, they want to see your social media handle. You know why? To go through you. How have you been behaving on social media? They will use that to even score if they will employ you or not. So you may be good though. Talking to them in the interview, score 100. No problem, go home, we'll get back to you. That get back to you, they'll go through your social media handles and see your conversation, communication, your comments. You know what about social media? It will give people information based on the algorithm they ordered. And they now see how you have been trolling on people, abusing people, making unnecessary posts and comments. They will say, forget, we don't need this one. Our attitude matters a lot.
So how do we get people, Zion, before I take on alcohol, how do we get people to act better, online in particular? Because, this idea that, because I can't see them, I can talk anyhow, like you said, this is pervasive. It's even becoming more obvious in real time.
Sir, number one, we need legislation to make people act proper. Yes, sir. That is why there's a law now. In law, we believe that if you are all alone in the desert, you don't need a law. But the moment there's another person close to you, then the law is needed. So with the law, let there be a law on certain things we see and not to do certain comments and emojis. If you send that red-head emojis to me, I should sue you to court. Why do you send that to me? So that we can be able to check our morals. The church and the families. What kind of message do we preach at home? Who are the family members? And now these laws need to also capture their parents. Because if you don't deal with their parents, yes, let the law also capture their parents to prosecute even their family members. Because if their family members have been training them, taking care of them, they will have a good conscience and a good mind to approach some other person.
But Zion, it's not the same thing that we talked about a few months ago. Episode, you shouldn't prosecute a father for his son's mistake. Why would I prosecute?
That is the opinion of those people. I stand on this. If any of my son or daughter commit a crime, please prosecute me alongside. Because I feel my responsibility. If I've been providing and caring, watching over that child, he or she will not commit a crime. Look at our fathers who protected them. Because if one person commits a crime in the family, it affects everybody. Even our own traditional way. If you commit a certain crime that is abominable, when they come to banish the person, that one person, no, they banish the whole family. Send them to the evil forest.
Wow.
So, that was what kept us holy and sanctuary. We became so holy and How will I fall in love? We became faithful to our people. We don't steal, we don't lie, we don't sell people, we don't kidnap. You can put your granules in the front, the price is 5 naira, close it and walk away. You come back, your money is here or your granite is there. Because if they caught you stealing, you are in for it. So let these laws, amended laws, capture parents and guardians to be prosecuted. Just like you read your law when Jam said, parents should be prosecuted. Are you seeing now? So we are saying the same thing. Let's start prosecuting parents. Oh, your son is a kidnapper. As you catch the picking, catch him, mama, catch him, papa.
Wow.
Punish all of them.
Wow. Does it sound extreme? Clement says, what they are online is not who they are offline. It's just cowardice and nothing more. They're just cowards. And that's what Clement is saying. Do you agree with that? People who are very rude online, who they troll, the insults you could get. Oh my days. Now, remember I said I was going to share some boxing fans. You probably heard of the boxer who goes by the moniker the Bronze Bomber, right? Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay had somebody who was trolling him for a long time. And the person would say it was a white young man. He kept saying that Deontay doesn't know how to box. Deontay is this, he's crap. He's not good enough. And then something happened. I think a picture of Deontay's family member popped up, and this young man trolled Deontay and his family member. So that obviously irked Deontay Wilder. It turns out he employed somebody, and they found this troll, this online troll. And then this young man made a very bold claim that, look, he's ready, he's willing. Anywhere he sees Deontay Wilder, that man, boom, is on. Is on like Donkey Kong. Yes, we'll fight it down. Those days when we were in school, we used to say, we'll go rack him down. Well, this young man got his wish. Deontay Wilder appeared in the building that he was at. They bought gloves. And Deontay Wilder was very, very angry. They bought gloves. Over here, the line that a lot of people have been using for years. I dare my papa house. Come beat me. They write comments, they insult you, they say a lot of nasty things. At the end, I dare my papa house. Come beat me. Remember, was it last year or 2022 when somebody actually, obliged? They found him in his house. They went there to greet him. I don't know if they beat him, but they went there to greet him. People are, and like Zion said, it's spilling. It's spilling. You're rude online. Are you that bold? Are you that direct offline in real time? 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 0817923-0002, 017-923-0003. WhatsApp 08090306416, 08090306416. All right, and that's where you find us. Sending a message. Please don't call. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. Join the conversation, please. Someone just I just made mention of this. It says, Jude, do you remember the story of G-Mike, the Nollywood actor who went to a troll's house? I think they said that thing was eventually a publicity stunt, wasn't it? Yeah, but anyway, like I said, 2 years ago, something like that happened in this country. And it wasn't, I'm not even talking about Jamaica. Somebody he found him. Wasn't a very popular figure. Found him. So now he asked me this, now me. Oh yeah, now come beat me. I don't come beat you. But ended up greeting each other, apparently. Very nice like that. Christian is on the line. Christian is speaking to us from Port Harcourt. Christian, good morning to you. Welcome, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Very well. Thank you for calling, please.
I think what we actually do on social media is actually an expression of who we are. Because you cannot give what you don't have. You only express what you are externally in terms of your communication attitude on social media. And I'm even surprised today that my friend Zion is now trying to talk about consequences of not being polite on social media. But there was a discussion he said, no, why should people be punished in something they said in social media? Well, it was issue of Chioma Jesus and all that. That people should not be held accountable. I'm surprised that he's talking about consequences of not being properly communicating to people in social media. For me, I was surprised, and that's why I played this call, because you're trying to remind him also. But I think, like I said, another dimension I will look at it is that the problem lies even with the name social. Because for me, social is something that is not serious, where people don't take things seriously. So for a lot of people who find themselves here, I think it's something that they don't take serious. It's not something that is serious to their heart. It's not something that they take very seriously and responsibly. Because when you communicate on social media, like when you go to social function, you see how people make guests and do all sorts of things. So that attitude, you have carried it to that social media. But when it comes to serious affairs, I don't think that most of the things we do on social media would be allowed.
Yeah, but Christian, if I'm to use that analogy, go to social gathering, it's also very possible. I'm sure you've seen or heard stories like that, where at social gatherings, where people are just not take things too seriously, somebody says or does something. Hello, Christian, can you hear me? Hello.
Sorry, I'm really struggling to hear you.
Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, now if I use your analogy of it just being social, and when people get to social gatherings, you should just relax and not take anything too serious. We know that in some parties, in some social gatherings, people have said or done something that has turned out to be very rude and offensive, and they get called out for it.
If I understand what you're saying, if you are saying that if you use something in a social gathering,
yes.
And what happens?
And you do something that is offensive, you could be called out for it, even though in quote it's a social gathering, nothing to be taken serious.
Yes, but what you will know is that when it happens like that, people say, "Well, if I not be just people who don't stay at the place." You can't. There are places you can't take such kind of attitude. So carry that word social to become a social media thing. That kind of attitude is what we express in that place.
Okay.
That's why people can come up and insult people anyhow on social media and think that they are free to do that.
All right, thank you very much. Ida is speaking to us from Nkoro. Ida, good morning, please.
Thank you very much, my brother. There are play you play with your family inside house. You cannot take it outside.
Okay.
I judge you like I'm your friend, very close friend. Maybe I become a local government chairman or a commissioner. Maybe we are eating in your house. You can slap, you can do anything. But I cannot come to public and do that same thing to me. Your family died, boy died, but outside, where we are gathering, playing, you can't say all those things. Whatever thing you are doing in the house, we should not take it outside. Mostly the way you walk in my land basin. By the time you think, when you want to talk, before you talk for public. Thank you very much. God bless you.
That's a very interesting analogy there. You should be able to read the room. You don't make certain statements, flippantly. The analogy makes very good. So the fact that you and I are friends doesn't mean that I should bring things out that we shared publicly, privately rather, to the public space. Real Gift is speaking to us from Port Harcourt. Good morning to you, Real Gift.
Good morning to you, Sajid.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Thank you very much. Talking about this issue, I also called it because of my good friend, Mr. Christian, who said what you put out in social media is who you are. Because you can't give what you don't have. And I want to disagree.
Okay.
Because there are certain persons, if you follow their comments on social media, and then when you come to meet these persons, let's say in real life, you see a contrasting position between their comments on social media
and their person.
And them, their comments in person, yes. And don't forget that some of these stories or some of these things on social media comments is based on affiliation. It might be political, it might be religious, and what have you, or even social affiliation. One song might be out of it. There was a time, each time I make a call in any radio platform, a particular person who tries to imitate the sound of my voice, but you want to say, if I attack me, and then maybe the presenter will not cut him off. It continued until, at the end of the day, that particular person stopped. It is this. Sometimes people do some of these things either to get popularity. We heard about stories where a lady who put up certain things in social media about herself, when she wanted to get married, these things popped up, and she started crying because she was not saying she did it that time in the heat of the moment just because it was trending or people were doing it. So she joined.
Yeah.
So, but on the other side of life, ordinary you won't do something like that. The bottom line, there should be a moderation, just like on the what he just said. There are certain things you keep behind the curtain and something bring a common psychology for street. Let people they want to pass this year. Thank you very much, again.
Thank you very much. So, in things you keep behind the curtain, just keep it behind. It's not everything that you should, just delve into because you can, because you have access to data. I know. Once again, speaking of data, I'm reminded of a very funny phrase that people use online, particularly in the Nigerian space. Yeah, when people read certain comments that doesn't sit well with them, or they find either rude or offensive, or they find it's nonsensical. Yes, you read the comments. Someone says, "I don't blame you. This Obasanjo internet. That's why you have this access to be saying these kind of things." And then sometimes, and this is the beauty about these social media platforms, they afford you the opportunity, some would even say the luxury, to interact with people that you are, on a normal day, may not have had access to. Intellectuals, celebrities, public figures, sportsmen, sportswomen, politicians in some cases. These platforms enable you to interact with them. And so if you now get there, or you interact with somebody and you come off as being rude, that may not really bode well for you going forward. Some of you have had the good fortune of maybe chatting with Emmanuel or Amokachi or somebody important, somebody famous. Last year, for example, up until late last year, even after the elections, some of you, were on Twitter Spaces with Peter Obi, asking questions, talking, listening, engaging. You wouldn't have had the opportunity to do so, if not for those platforms. Now, imagine you now saying something rude to that person. And once again, you have a right to express, which is one of the fundamentals these days of modern communication, right? I'm not here to tell you, try and be politically correct. There's a very fine line with that. That's my personal view. But you should be civil. You should be civil. Where do you get off, hurling insults at people just because you don't like what they said? You don't like the way they look? It's weird. Francine here says, good morning. Did you know that our brains are wired towards negativity, both to give it and to remember it? See, a lot of these people who are responding harshly have learned negativity outside, and then seeing that online a lot of things don't happen to punish them, they continue to reinforce that mindset. So if they can make snappy comments at you online, they look forward to the day when they will meet somebody like you also and make snappy comments, because the likes and the followership they get promotes such a behavior? Our minds are wired towards negativity, Francine says. I learn every day. Something to think about, really. Something to really think about. 017, let's wrap up. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003. We're talking about social interactions this morning. Are you conscious of your temperament online, and how can better online behavior be promoted? Zion says we have laws. We need to create more laws, standard laws. This one here says, this is from IG. IG says, good morning, Jude. How can people become better online when they're not even good offline? Let's be honest with ourselves. We live in a society where there's a lot of rudeness. People don't greet people these days. How many young people pass their elders and just walk past without even prostrating to greet them like our fathers did? We are in a time where it is everyone for himself, and that is going to continue. So it's offline. If you are good offline, chances are you'll be good online. But we've seen people who have lived dual lives. You are a saint online, you are a thief offline. Some people are saints offline, but they are thieves online. Oh yes, some of you know them. They're your cousins and your uncles. Weird things. 92.3, final caller very quickly.
I want to speak. Jude is on the program.
Yes,
now.
You're speaking to Jude.
I want to speak with Jude.
Yes, go on very quickly, please.
Yes. I want to say hello, Jude.
Yes, please. Good morning.
This is Chief Obugo.
Okay.
So, like what I'm saying on the program is that you mentioned charging parents over their children's character or misdeed. You see, so I support that thing because in the Bible.
Okay, all right, we have to go on the break. Thank you very much.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back after this.